Hey everyone, it's Ashley. So I wanted to get on here and talk about my favorite TV shows to binge watch on Netflix. I recently have been doing a lot of research online to find a new show to watch because I'm bored and I felt like I've watched everything, and this kind of inspired me to make this just in case anybody else is out there hunting for something new to watch. These are my opinions. I compiled all my favorite TV shows that I would love to watch, and these are shows that I would watch more than once. Some of them I have, and I'm gonna go down a list. I have, how many do I have? I have 12 total, 2 honorable mentions, and just my top 10. I'm gonna start with my 2 honorable mentions. So my first one is honorable mention is it's called Broadchurch, and I want to say it's like a British show. It's like a murder mystery type show, and it's really good. I want to say it's 2 seasons. It could be 1, but it might be 2. I've only watched this one once, and me and my husband binge watched it, and it's about a kid that gets murdered, and pretty much they're trying to find out who the murderer is. It's really good. It's very addicting, and it's very creepy and like just ugh. But I loved it. I really did like it for it to be like not like a US based type show. I really did like it. I really enjoyed it. Then my second honorable mention, which I think will be on my list, but since I just watched it, I'm not gonna like put it in my top 10 because I literally just finished it yesterday. Me and my husband binged watched it in like a day and a half, and that's Riverdale. Everyone's talking about it right now. I saw like Manny MUA talk about it and a couple other people, but he's the only one that could pop up in my head. It's really good. I really like it, and my husband being like, you would think it's for only teenagers, but my husband being, 33 years old, he really enjoyed it. And I'm not a teenager, but I'm a younger 20s. So he really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I loved that acting. And, the main character was super fine. And I felt weird saying that because in the movie he portrayed like a 16, 17-year-old. And I felt very uncomfortable saying he was hot. But then I Googled it and he's 20. So I don't feel so bad. Anyway. Okay, now to my top 10 on Netflix. I'm not sure if these are in any other ones, but I know for sure they're on Netflix because I looked. My first number 10 goes to, sorry, I have my list right here, to Grace and Frankie. I love this show. Absolutely love this show. I think it's such a funny, quirky show, and I just hope to be like them when I'm old, if I'm not married. I just absolutely love the show. Look at my Dumbo ear. Anyway, it's such a good show. I've binge watched every season when it comes out. Absolutely love it. Can't wait for more. It's awesome. It's about, I guess I could tell you what the show's about. It's about 2 women who are in their 70s, I believe. They've been married their entire lives to the same men. Come to find out, the men who were partners in a law firm end up gay together. So they divorce their wives and the guys get together, but the wives become best friends and live together, but they're all 4 still friends. And it's about their journey and how they're dealing with, them coming out, and it's just such a good show. Love it. Okay, my number 9, and I think this is newer on Netflix, but I watched it, I bought the episodes when it was coming out, was Scream, the TV series. Absolutely loved it. I'm the Scream original, like I love the Screams. The 1, 2, and 3 for sure. I have the up there. I'm not a huge fan of the 4th. Was there a 5th? I know I've seen all of them. I just can't remember how many there were. But I absolutely love the Scream movies. That's pretty much what these ones are based off of. But like different takes on it, I would think. I think they're really good. I mean, you know who the first killer is? Well, not the first. It's not the first. Anyway, no spoilers. Never mind. It's a really good show. I would watch it again. Love it. Now my next one, this show got canceled, and I'm bummed out about it, and I find it kind of annoying. But it's called The Mysteries of Laura. Absolutely loved it. It's a Detective Diamond. She's a cop, and she's hilarious. It's about her dating life, her being a mother, and her being a cop too. And it's a comedy. It's absolutely hilarious. Recommend it to anybody. I almost cried when I found out it was canceled. They didn't up the season or re-sign it, or whatever the channel placed in. I don't know how that stuff works. Okay, so my next one, 7. My number 7 is The Heart of Dixie. Now this one's kind of like, it's kind of dumb, but it's so good. I absolutely loved it. It's just good. I really like it. It's about a girl who's from New York, and she moves to a small town in Alabama? I want to say Alabama. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's Alabama. Anyway, she moves to a small town. Nobody likes her at first. She's a doctor, and she ends up being loved, you know, and there's a cute love story. I absolutely love shows like that make you want to cry and fall in love with characters. Sorry, I keep messing with my hair. It's just gross. Anyway, but I absolutely love The Heart of Dixie. Totally going to rewatch it. Obsessed with it. Number 6. This one is for the ones that are parents. You don't have to be parents to like this show, but I feel like parents would more like this show. Parenthood, it is so good. I had a friend recommend it to me because when we found out our son was autistic, they recommended Parenthood because the main character's son, it has Asperger's. And it's absolutely amazing. I'm telling you, if you like a tearjerker, this show will make you cry every single episode. Like, I'm telling you, every single episode. It's an amazing show. Absolutely. I think the ending sucked ass because they rushed it, I think, in my personal opinion. But the show is absolutely amazing. Me and my husband binge watched it for like 2 weeks. Love it. Like, if I ever just want to sit and cry, I'll turn that back on. Absolutely obsessed. I recommend that one 110%. Okay, the next one, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is The Originals. It's the spinoff of The Vampire Diaries, which I recommend that one too. Just not on my list. I prefer The Originals over The Vampire Diaries because I like Klaus and Elijah. Just The Originals. I actually like The Originals. The season finale was the other day, and I have not watched it yet. For season 4, I believe we're on. I'm really bad at that kind of stuff. But it's so good. I just love it. I absolutely love the show. It's one of those shows that I could watch all day, all night. Love it. It's about vampires. If you don't know what The Originals are, again, it's a spinoff of The Vampire Diaries. But I prefer The Originals. I think you can watch The Originals without watching The Vampire Diaries. I would watch The Vampire Diaries and The Originals, but that's just my opinion. Okay, and then number 4 is the show Bones. I'm sure everyone's heard of Bones. It's about Bones. Her name is Bones. Temperance Brennan. Is that her name? As they say it? Temperance. She's she works for the Jitsonian, and what is that called? Can't remember what it's called. Forensic. Can't remember. Anyway, but it's about her working in a science lab, solving crime with a Booth, her man. I'm not sure if he's her man in the beginning, so spoiler alert, but he's amazing. They're amazing. Great show. Me and my mother-in-law watch that show together, and we'll call each other when it's over. And like, I think it's over though. I don't know. It might be over officially. I think they have like 12 seasons, something like that. Okay, number 3. This one is a fave. The Lizzie Borden Chronicles. Freaking amazing. This show got canceled too. I think there's only 2 seasons. Show's amazing. It's pretty much like a retake on the Lizzie Borden, you know, the one that killed her father and stepmother. I think personally she did it, but she got acquitted and from killing her dad and stepmother with an axe. She cut them up with an axe. And how many times am I going to say and but I like this show. It's amazing. It has one of my favorite actresses. I can't remember her name, but she played Penelope. Love it. But it's a good show. It's just talking about her life and how she did do it. In the show, she did do it. Spoiler alert, but I think that's like the first episode. And so she did do it. And it just shows her lying to everybody and the secrets and how her sister's undevoting love to her. And it's just such a good show. I'm bummed it got canceled. but it did. Okay, number 2. This is the basic side of me. Do people still say that? Basic. Anyway, Pretty Little Liars. The season finale is tonight. I'm not going to watch it until tomorrow, but the all-time season finale is tonight. I'm bummed, but I probably will cry, and I'm upset. I swear to God, if it's who I think that everyone thinks it is, I need to stop doing this. I will probably cry. It better not be who everyone says it is. But anyway, 7 seasons. We're almost done. Tonight's the last night. It's an amazing show. Anyone that says they hate that kind of shit didn't actually watch it and stick through it. I don't prefer the new seasons because to me they're too like, bleh. I like the old school where A would text and it was like notes, and I like that part of it, but not so much the new like AD. I'm not into that. That just annoys the shit out of me. Anyway, and it's just getting too much. I'm glad it's ending, but I'm sad it's ending. You get what I'm saying? I'm stupid, but it's okay. Anyway, okay, my top favorite TV show, hands down, of all time. If you know me, you know I've seen this show, all the seasons, on repeat, like a million times. I quote this. I want to name my kids after this. Like, that's how real it is. It's One Tree Hill. Absolutely love it. If you're a girl or a guy who got me into it. A guy is the one that told me about it. But the show is amazing. And I've met multiple guys that are obsessed with it. Like, obsessed. My husband hates that I watch it so much. But I could tell you every episode. Maybe by name. But I could quote the show. I love it. It's got Lucas, Haley, Nathan, Brooke, with Sophia Bush, my all-time favorite actress. Peyton, Jake, Tim, you know, everybody under the effing Dan. Can't even get into the adults in the show, but it's so good. If you want to cry, if you want to live life with them, it's amazing. It's unrealistic, but it's amazing. I love it. I will watch it 100 times. I need to give it on DVD because I heard it's coming off Netflix, so watch it soon. It's absolute. Oh my God. If I could just give you a show right now to watch, it would be One Tree Hill. But yeah, One Tree Hill's my number 1 pick. Love it. Let me know below what you love to watch on Netflix, because I need some new shows to binge watch because I'm a homebody. I never leave my house. All I do is watch Netflix and YouTube videos and listen to podcasts. So if you have any good podcasts, YouTubers, and or Netflix shows and or Netflix movies, I'd be more than happy to listen. Comment down below. Thank you very much. And don't hate on me because some of my things like One Tree Hill and Hard to Dixie are kind of girly, but I love them. So, see ya. Oh, that was bad.